Hello, welcome to Antenatal Faith Clinic. I am Nurse Z. On this channel, we bring you information and topics that makes pregnancy and motherhood an interesting one. If this sounds like what you love to hear, please hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as we post in new videos. I love Nollywood movies. You know why? Because the only sign of pregnancy they know is when a lady wakes up early in the morning, rush to the backyard and vomits, most especially in the presence of an elder, her mother to be precise. But that's not the only sign of pregnancy. So in this video, we'll be discussing those signs of pregnancies, both the common and uncommon one that you may not be aware of. It is simple but yet important because a lot of women become pregnant even to the point of 4-5 months, yet they don't even know they are pregnant. And this can be so dangerous because they take medications that they are not supposed to take while pregnant, and those medications can go far to affect the baby and even them as individuals. So in these videos, we are going to be addressing those common and uncommon signs of pregnancies that you may not be aware of. The first sign of pregnancy we'll be looking into today is breast enlargement, tenderness, and soreness. You discover that your breast size increases to the point that your bra is no longer fitting anymore. Sometimes you may feel some tingling sensations on the nipple of your breast. It is a sign that you could be pregnant. And all the signs I'll be listing out here today is as a result of interplay of hormone. Those hormones responsible for pregnancy, especially the progesterone. You feel you want to vomit, sometimes you vomit and sometimes you don't vomit, but there is usually the presence of this feel of uneasiness. Number 3 is increased need to urinate. The toilet becomes your friend. At this point, you go often. Every 30 minutes, little urine in your bladder, you are already feeling the urge to urinate. This is as a result of the little pressure which the uterus is mounting on the bladder, and you always feel the urge to urinate. Another sign you will notice is increased fatigue and tiredness, usually early hours of the morning, and that is why it is usually called morning sickness. If you are usually the type that wake up early morning, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., 6 a.m., you discover that at this point, you feel so tired, you feel lazy, waking up to do your normal chores. This could be a sign that you are pregnant. Another sign to note is mood swing, mood change. At this point, you are happy, the other time you are sad. Sometimes you can cry, even without a cause, without a reason. You just find yourself crying. It is a sign that you are pregnant. Another sign you could notice: increased appetite. Food that you usually detest, you don't like, but you discover that you start craving for things that you usually don't like. These are signs that you could be pregnant. Another sign that you could be pregnant is spotting or false period. Most times people confuse it to menstrual pain, menstrual period, and that is why when they see their period, they feel, okay, I'm not pregnant. But you could be pregnant because this slight spotting of false period comes about as a result of what we call implantation bleeding, which usually occurs 12 to 14 days after fertilization. So you could see mild spotting or bleeding that could last a few hours or a few days. It could mean that you are pregnant. Another distressing sign you could be experiencing is cramping. You feel slight abdominal, lower abdominal pain. This pain is as a result of the little stretching of the uterus. When the pain becomes so severe, please, it could be a sign that an abortion is imminent. Don't remain at home. Go to the nearest hospital so that you can be attended to. Another sign you could be experiencing is weight gain. And this weight gain is as a result of the presence of the growing fetus inside you. The placenta the amniotic fluid, and including your growing breasts. All these sum up to add up to your usual weight. And that is why when you clamp your weighing scale, you discover that there is an increase in your weight. Another sign you could be experiencing is your change in libido. Change in libido. You discover that it's either there's a drop in your sexual urge, or there's an increase in your sexual urge. In that there's either an increased urge for sex or a reduced need for sex. Another sign you could be experiencing is change in your bowel movement. You could start experiencing constipation, bloated abdomen. You know, these are signs that you're pregnant. Another sign you could be experiencing is skin changes, as well as pregnancy, something we call pregnancy glow. You discover that you become, that early stage of the pregnancy, you become so beautiful. You look so succulent. You look so amazing. And you look so irresistible. Mind you, this glow will fade away as the pregnancy advances. And at a point, some people become terrible to look at. So these are signs that you could be pregnant. And finally, the most important sign is a missed period. When you miss your period 2 to 3 days after you have been expecting the period, and then you now confirm it by doing a home pregnancy test, and then you discover that there is 2 lines on the strip, it's a sign, a confirmatory sign that you are pregnant. Remember, once you discover you are pregnant and it is confirmed, don't hesitate. Go immediately and book for your antenatal care and follow-up. Pregnancy sign is different from woman to woman and pregnancy to pregnancy. Pregnancy is unique to individual. However, there are other signs that could mimic the signs of pregnancy. So to confirm that you are pregnant, the appropriate thing to do is to do a home test, or you visit a laboratory so that you can be confirmed pregnant. Doing a home test is very simple. How do we do it? You get your early morning urine, get your pregnancy straight from a pharmacy, you dip it into the urine, and then you check for 2 lines. If you see 2 lines, congratulations, you are pregnant. Thank you for listening. If you find this video interesting and educative, please click the subscribe button, hit our notification bell so you get notified whenever we post new videos. Bye bye.